Hello, welcome back to Blue Dragon Healing. We're going to be doing another shadow healing. The cards will tell us what aspect. So let's get started. And I do apologize, this video probably by the time it's up will be 2 days late. It's almost midnight here in LA. And I would have done it yesterday, but the power decided to be out. So anyway, let's see what the overall energy for this reading is. What archetype? Does the universe want to point out to us for this reading, shadow healing? And the candle I have lit is a smudge candle. So okay, now it's going to pull out. To clear out all the negative energy. And we have Envious, arbiter of truth, preservation, neutrality, obligation. Yeah, he's also the in Egyptian mythology, the god of the dead. And so with the arbiter of truth, I'm getting lies as a shadow, and not just lies to people around you, but to yourself. I think that's actually worse than lying to others, because we're already our own worst critics, and then to lie to ourselves on top of that. Really, why do we make life so much harder on ourselves? But when I look at Envious, I see power, and we need to pull this power to us, even though he is the god of the underworld for Egyptian myth. I've never seen him that way. I've always seen him as more like a protector, and like someone that would take your hand and lead you to where the souls are, to make sure you got there safely. It's like how I've always seen him. I don't know, it's weird, but yeah, I'm getting call on this Envious energy, this spirit, to yourselves to learn the truth, to make this life easier on yourself. So let's see the healing part that the universe wants us to focus on. That's the healing shadow for this reading. It is the shadow aspect we need to work on. to be truthful, or is that only part of it? I feel like they keep wanting to pop out and nothing pops out. Okay, we'll do one more shuffle. And we have a winner. Envious, Gluttony. And I'm not seeing that as two different shadows. This is like overly being envious of everybody. Like what, and like enjoying that. Ugh. I'm sorry, it's an ugly energy. So if, well, I should always say, I forget. This is a general reading, so take what applies and discard what doesn't. So if this is triggering you right now with envious gluttony, it probably applies to you. And this is not a nice energy to have. To constantly like be jealous and never happy for somebody else is just going to make you miserable. And it's time to get straight with yourself and stop lying to yourself that you don't have this problem, because it is darkening your soul and it is very unhealthy and it needs to be addressed. And okay, it's making sense why Envious came out for this reading, because it applies. You need to get straight with yourself. And if somebody has something you want, or is some way that you want to be, you have the power to change it. You have the power to change you. Nobody else is going to change you but yourself. And that's a lot of times a hard truth we don't want to face, because that means the problem is within ourselves. And getting very truthful with ourselves and finally admitting it is going to release so much of this ugly, heavy energy that is coming through. So let's pull some cards on envious gluttony. What more can do to release this energy? Oops. Okay, I guess I take those. And that is 2 cards. So one more card, I hope. One more card, please, for envious gluttony. Give us one more card. Gluttony. Okay, one more shuffle. we have the Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, and Knight of Pentacles, or Knight of Spears in this deck. So yeah, the choice is yours to make. And if you choose to truly change and stop denying you have this aspect, the universe will work with you. If you keep lying and being self-deceptive about it, then the universe will go against you. But you have the potential to move forward and release this envious gluttony. And if you do, it can be a slow process, which is why we often fall back when we're healing these shadows. And that's where keeping truthful to yourself comes in, because as long as you are doing the hard work and moving forward, the universe will continue to help you and will continue to work with you until one day that aspect is a thing of the past and you have a firmer rooting in your spiritual walk, or even just as a human. Yeah, there are often shadows that we do kind of need, but in check, because we do need that balance, the light and the dark. But there are some that are just flat out unhealthy and need to be let go, like envious gluttony. So let's just get some more cards on the Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, and Knight of Pentacles. 3 cards, please. This deck tends to be a little wild. So let's see what we get. 3 cards, please, for some clarification, maybe some guidance. Thank you. Two more cards, please. Thank you. That was, yeah, we need one more. You're going to give me 2. Okay. So we have 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands in reverse, King of Swords, and 5 of Cups. So yeah, basically taking off that blindfold and stop bullshitting yourself, stop denying this part of you. And okay, there are situations where we're not aware of these things we do, but if you just feel icky, like every time you look at something or somebody and you just have that, like that jealousy, then yeah, it's time to analyze yourself. And it once you do, it could be a struggle, but while you're not, you just totally don't see it and it doesn't bother you. And it's time to get truthful and deal with the pain that it can bring. But that pain of getting truthful with yourself is part of this whole process that leads you to finding self-love. And it's part of the journeys we sign up for. And unfortunately, we have to live through the pain in order to heal. And that's what a lot of us don't want to do. But it's a necessary evil for us to get to that full self-love in order to ascend and be the beautiful beings we came here to be. So let's pull from this deck on what more can. But this is like angel energy or universal tree of life energy. So, how can we help ourselves? What energy should we tap into? Help heal from envious, gluttony, and self-deception, lying to ourselves, and just releasing it. And I'm kind of feeling the energy is lighter, so I am really hoping whoever is watching is getting healing from this. Okay, one more shuffle. I'm going to mispronounce this. She said right hand empathy. So this is part of the universal tree of life. And very fitting, empathy. Learn to have empathy for others and empathy for yourself. For some people, it's really hard because self-centeredness gets in the way. But that's part of the problem. People don't quite understand the difference between self-centered narcissism and working on yourself for that self-love. Because if you think of the Greek myth with Narcissus, he couldn't stop looking at himself. And that's totally the bad aspect of self-love. But when you're truly divinely doing your work for self-love, intimate self-love, you're not looking in the mirror. You're looking within and seeing what you need to change to become a better person. And part of that is learning empathy. So let's pull the dragon message for this reading. So what final message from Dragon do you have for your beautiful souls watching? So what fell out is challenge, standing up for your rights. Not only your rights, but standing up for yourself, for your true self, who you came to this planet to be. And it's not an envious glutton. It is a loving human that is willing to give of themselves and not only love themselves, but love those around them with true compassion and empathy. So I hope this message resonated with you. If you need this healing, take what applies, discard what doesn't. And if you're just watching because you like my videos, thank you for being here. And maybe you know somebody struggling with this, you can help them, even just energetically. So I wish you all the best on your soul journeys, and I will see you all next time.